Hello viewers, I'm Red2006 and I'm very pleased to have you join me on the latest leg of our scenic tour through the Johto region in Pokemon Gold version. As a quick recap on our last day's adventuring, I took a little tour of Ecruteak City, taking in the wonderful sights and sounds around the place. Then I wandered into the burned tower and awakened the legendary beasts. Finally, we met up with Bill, who runs the PC system. Today, we're going to the dance theatre and then to the gym. Welcome back everyone. It's time to head on into the dance theatre and see what we can do. Talk to this guy and he will tell you about the Kimono Girls. And he will give us an item if we can defeat them. This is a Rhydon. For some reason, Rhydon can learn Surf. Nobody really knows why, it's just one of those things. So we can head up on the stage and challenge any of these 5 ladies. We can also stage dive. Probably not appropriate for here, but these 5 ladies use the Eeveelutions. Let's cut in a special spotlight on the Eeveelutions, even though there's going to be a gym battle spotlight in this episode. I couldn't visit the Ecruteak Dance Theatre and not talk about the Eeveelutions. So, 2 for the price of 1 in this episode, you're getting a bonus spotlight on the Eeveelutions. First in Pokédex order is Vaporeon, a fairly bulky water type with strong special defense and fantastic HP. It can handle most attacks pretty well, and hits hard with some powerful water type moves. It's easily the most versatile by virtue of being a water type, so it can be a very solid choice for a team if you didn't happen to pick Blastoise. However, it will be tougher to acquire in these games, so be careful, and keep it away from physical attacks too. Jolteon has very good speed and pretty solid special attack as well. It's designed to hit hard and fast, but is reasonably fragile on the physical side. It was one of the fastest Pokemon around in the first generation, and still holds up pretty well when it comes to raw speed. It does have the issue of a somewhat limited move pool at times, but it's still a very handy Pokemon. Poor old Flareon, the absolute punching bag of the Eeveelutions. Its high attack can be useful, but it doesn't really have the moves to abuse it, as its special attack is not outstanding even though it's pretty solid. It has some pretty good special defense as well, but fire types are not known as defensive Pokemon, and its poor speed doesn't help. Flareon doesn't really get much of an advantage in later generations. It's fun to use but has very clear flaws. Now we get to the Eeveelutions designed to show off the game's new mechanics, Happiness Evolution. Get Espeon by leveling up Eevee with high happiness during the morning or the day. Espeon's psychic moves are very strong. It has the highest special attack of the Eeveelutions and will generally be quite dependable with high speed to support it. It has okay special defense, but it won't handle physical attacks very well. It can be considered a foil of sorts to Alakazam. The two have fairly similar stats, but will play out very differently in battle. They're both particularly useful though, and Espeon is available without having to trade. Umbreon can get it just as bad as Flareon at times. It was originally intended to be a poison type and evolve via a poison stone, which explains some of its Pokédex entries mentioning Poison Sweat. It's a fantastic tank, and is designed for gradual grinding. However, it's not particularly powerful, and won't do a great deal of damage. Dark being a poor defensive type doesn't really help matters for it. Nonetheless, it can be pretty useful if played well. That's all for our little Eeveelution special. Now, back to the show. And with the extra information done, let's begin battling. They give pretty good experience. They are challenged differently in Generation 4. Naoko has Flareon. And Dash will be facing our first opponent and maybe the second one as well. Sorry about that, just tripped over my tongue a little bit there. And partly because I thought, I should have used Rollout, but then again, Dash has got this one in the bag anyway. There we go. I don't care if his stats aren't all that great, I'm having so much fun using him. Next opponent, we will bring out... Well, I'll switch to Ruby. I think the last opponent is Umbreon. So I'll actually go and battle this one because I think the second from the left has Vaporeon, and that's a bad matchup for Ruby, as you can tell. So, Miki has... Oh, Jolteon, even better. I think it goes from left to right, Flareon, Vaporeon, Espeon, Umbreon, Jolteon. Sand Attack. Let's see how this plays out. No trouble for Ruby. And down. Lovely work. So, this one. I'm going to be pushing for Ruby to evolve before the gym. Oh, she has Vaporeon. I've got it wrong. Must be Espeon, then Umbreon, then Vaporeon. Dash, I'm going to need your help on this one. They only have their basic moves of their type, like Water Gun, Ember, Thunder Shock, Confusion, Pursuit. So, I will finally get to show off Defense Curl and Rollout. Using Defense Curl doubles the power of Rollout, and Ice Ball, but you don't have to worry about that until next generation. Vaporeon probably won't hold up too much longer. Okay, that was good. I was hoping it went down in 2 hits, otherwise I'd look like an idiot, but I probably could have used 2 headbutts. Oh, she's not quite there. Well, let's go. Almost ready to evolve. Suki has Umbreon. Dash should handle the last one, I think. So, Magnitude again, and Sand Attack again. Oh, I wouldn't mind if that missed. Umbreon is very, very tanky, but its attacking skills aren't great. I was thinking Magnitude 10 was gonna miss. But Ruby will evolve in style. Level 25. And there we go. Ready to go with 4 arms. Nicely done. So, our final opponent will be Espeon. Let's rumble, Dash. Espeon is probably my favourite of the Eeveelutions. Jolteon is a close second. I haven't used Glaceon and Leafeon that much. And I haven't used Sylveon at all. I don't really like fairy types that much. Don't hate them, but just don't like them. They're just sort of there for me. Sorry. It's kind of odd, because sometimes just sort of slip past the radar for me. Fighting types are one of them. Like, I don't hate the fighting type. I just don't have the inspiration to use them. I mean, I like using Machamp, and that's about it. But anyway, with that, we have beaten all the Kimono Girls. Talk to this man. And he will praise our skills. Well, I guess you could say with Magnitude, Ruby really knows how to shake it on the dance floor. We can teach that to Wooper for exploration, but there is another water type I want to use. And since we're going to the gym now, I'm going to switch to Leon. All fresh and good to go. Unfortunately, for some reason, Miss Drevis does not appear in the gym, despite the fact it was the newly introduced ghost type. Wait, not the Pokedex. There we go. Leon can lead off, and I should probably give Torture a bit of a run as well. Well, he's a slightly higher level, he should be good for a while. I'll switch between them, but Dash will probably help out too. And it's a return of the old Coots who appeared in Sprout Tower. Sages are back. This time, they're not part of the Mad Bellsprout cult. This guy is kind of obsessed with Gastly, on the other hand. So, I apologise, but this is going to be a bit of a drag. It's pretty much going to be 5 turns of Leon wiping everyone out with confusion. It was the major problem for the Ghost types in Generation 1. They had no good Ghost type moves to use, because they could at least hit Psychic types on their usually weaker physical defense. And the fact they were part poison meant that Psychic types could do a lot of damage to them. But Gastly, Haunter and Gengar also had very high special. And that made them genuinely problematic to deal with. And another one's down. Slow going. If you don't take them out in one shot though, they can annoy you with moves like Curse and Spite. Losing your PP is not very helpful. Mainly means trips to the Pokemon Center, but it can be slightly bothersome. Now this place is a bit more dangerous in the remakes. They can actually use their special attack. And down they go! Nicely done, Leon is level 26 and he's trying to learn Recover. Admittedly, I'm not going to worry about Recover. Because, to be honest, it's not defensive enough. Alakazam is very fragile physically, and its low HP means special moves aren't great for it. Sorry. Slightly lost my train of thought. I think I'm coming down with a bit of a cold. My sinuses are going nuts. I will switch to Torture for a while. See how he goes. But what I mean to say is Alakazam's low HP means that even though it has reasonable special defense, it's still not going to help. So we're battling Haunter this time. And we again have to rely on Ember. Might as well get as many levels into Torture as possible, I suppose. And that's what I was talking about. Spite can remove from 2 to 5 PP in this generation. I think it's set to 4 in all later generations. Just not enough. Down we go. And another Haunter. Good experience, at least. Mean Look doesn't trouble us at all, but it is very useful if you're going after the legendary beasts. A fast Pokemon just below their level with Mean Look is a huge advantage, and Haunter committed suicide. Isn't the AI brilliant? And there we go. On we go. The path is always in front of them. And it's another Sage. They're actually relatively normal, these ones, so can't really do as much as I did with the Lunatics and their Bellsprout cult. Here's another Haunter for us. Slightly stronger too. Spiteful lot, aren't they? It's not like they have anything else, I guess. Wow. Really having a PP shredded, but that's also come out wrong. Oh, close. Oh well, lead off for this one. And up we go. One more opponent. And it's more Gastly. Should be easy to deal with. Do they know anything else? Great. Just pure malice, really, that's all it is. They must know I only have Ember. Leon take care. No, Ruby take care of them. She evolved recently, so this time I am going to give her time in the limelight. Dash can step back and be the wingman, because, well, let's be honest, he's already had his time in the sun in a gym. Leon's will come later. And that's better. Down it goes. And Gastly again. I apologise for this. We're nearly done. Wait, why didn't it work? I mean, I'll take it. But ghost moves generally have 100 base accuracy. I don't think there's a damaging ghost move that doesn't have 100 base accuracy, which is pretty handy. So, let's switch. Morty looks very different in his overworld sprite. Like all the gym leaders, he got a much needed upgrade in the remakes. You can see what they based it on, but he looks much sharper in the remakes. So he has been trying to find the legendary Pokemon. There are 4 accessible in this town. What's the other one? Well, you pretty much know it's Ho-Oh. But here we go. The battle for the 4th badge. Yeah, so they took that look, they've sharpened it up, added a nice scarf, fancier jacket. Looks nothing like the Overworld sprite. So, let's go with Magnitude. Leak, if it paralyzes, will be a problem. But otherwise, Ruby will just unleash some overkill. Fantastic having this Pokemon along, trust me. Cannot go wrong with it in this game. So he's using Haunter. And another Magnitude. Okay, there's our biggest problem, Nightshade. Damage equal to the level of the user. But Magnitude 8 and bam. Another Haunter, saving the ace for last. You know, if they actually used Nightshade, they'd be chipping away at Ruby big time. gradually decreasing magnitudes, but this should be enough. It is. So here we are for the Spotlight Pokemon. Ladies and gentlemen, the ghost with the most, Gengar. No matter which way you slice it, Gengar is a force to be reckoned with. Its high special made it a great alternative to Alakazam in Generation 1, and even though things were better balanced in Generation 2, access to powerful special attacks made Gengar particularly dangerous. Its naturally learned moves aren't really great, designed around hindering opponents rather than doing outright damage, and it couldn't use Shadow Ball very well, but nonetheless access to TMs and its very useful stats made Gengar quite strong. Things only got better for it as the generations went on, gaining access to the Levitate ability and eventually Shadow Ball firing from its powerful special attack. In fact, Gengar had to have its ability changed in Generation 7 because it was becoming just too powerful, especially when its Mega Evolution was factored in. As the Ghost-type family, the Gengar line is one of the most iconic out there. They're solid and dependable Pokemon you can't really go wrong with, and their incredible versatility makes them great team members. While Gengar isn't my absolute favourite Ghost-type Pokemon, that honour goes to Banette. It's definitely up there, and it's one I like using on my personal team. I highly recommend this Pokemon. And let's rumble. Alright, that's not good. Gengar knows Dream Eater. Do I have an Awakening? Yes, I do. Just the one. That will tear Ruby apart. It's missed, and magnitude has been getting worse. That's not going to do very much. Well, it did a bit more than I thought, but... And magnitude 5 again. Chip damage to take it out. Gengar is much more dangerous in the remakes, as I said. This was a bit easier. And hard. We don't need hard. Unless, of course, you're playing Fire Emblem, in which case you probably do need hard. So we have the TM4 Shadow Ball, and we have the Fog Badge. We can now use Surf outside of battle. So that will be good for exploring. It does, but it's much better in the remakes. About the only Pokemon that could really make use of it prior to Generation 4 was Banette. And if you want to get out of the gym, there we go. So, from here I'm going to do a little extra exploring. I will fix up my team, and then I'll head through Dark Cave at long last. We'll see what's there, and grab a couple of items we can get with Surf. Thank you very much for joining me, and I'll see you in the next instalment of our scenic tour through the Johto region.